Hi all, thanks for joining us today. Hope you're all keeping safe. We've got people from Canada, London, God, everywhere. It's great to see everyone here. Hope you're all keeping safe. Also enjoying a bit of the northern summer. It's cold, wintry down here in New Zealand, which is great as well. But listen, thanks all for being there. We're going to talk a bit about Battlefront and what we're up to. Like all companies, I think it's been a very difficult time. There's some things I'm personally and we're proud of is that we've managed to keep all our staff employed. We've paid everyone through the virus. And that I think has been a very positive thing. We've kept everything going. It's fair to say that the recovery and now that we're back at work, Malaysia's now back at work. The UK office is mainly back at work. New Zealand's back at work here, and the US is mainly back at work. We've still got some people working from home, but basically everyone's back. But it's taken a while to get everything back up and running again. It's been to get everyone back, get everything up and running again, reorganize the schedules, see what's delayed, what's behind. We don't do everything in house, like our plastic molding, for example. We do out of house. So getting all that, seeing where everyone is up to, and getting all that back up and running has been quite a major. So a lot of people have been asking on the forums, when's this going to come out? When's that going to come out? I understand the frustration, but it's I can promise you we've all been working hard to get the answers, and I think now we've got most of them. I think hopefully with a bit of luck we can answer your questions here today. Hang on a second, can you hear me? Okay. Okay, so I will. Chris is still silent. Okay, I'll let Chris work on the technical side of things. I've printed out the questions that we've got on the forums for us. So I'm gonna work through these and answer it. We're gonna hopefully answer other questions too that we get on the Steam stream chat. Matthias Andrea, hi guys, I'd like an update on current capacity your miniatures manufacturer is working, how Battlefront is handling the COVID. Yes, like I said, we're all back up and running. We're in good shape, but it has been a bit of a mission. Adam Booker, is there going to be my mate Adam from Australia? Hi Adam. It's a bit early for him. It's about 5:30 in the morning where he is, so I don't think he's on. But is there going to be a late war book for the Italian theatre? We would like to do a book if we got time, but it definitely will be web and card based. Adam, are we going to get plastic staghounds? Is also from Adam. It is in discussion list, and I certainly hope so. Is the answer. Dates of the next books from Florent Janique, and Chris will put this up on our website shortly after this. But basically, the next book currently out is the American World War III Team Yankee book. That will be out in early July. Now, some shops have it. We have supported our shops as much as we can. Are the French getting liqueurs? That might be a while away yet.
That would be good to get.
We have supported the shops and given them some stock for free, basically. And the idea is that free stock would be used, and they could hopefully make some money. You guys will get the shops to buy it and get some stuff out ahead, and that. So it is out there, but the full release for Stripes will be out in July. And then after that, the next month after that, August, the German Late War SS book. That beast there will be out. That's out in August. And then followed very shortly afterwards, we're finally getting to late war, the Eastern Front, the Soviet Bagration book, which we can talk about a bit about today too. So those two books, that will be coming out in September.
I'll just quickly jump in. Sorry, Pete, I'll just quickly jump in. Chat, can you hear me? Give me a yes. Yay! Clicking buttons works. Sorry, we're back.
Okay, so could you check the inside cover, Pete? That looks like my copy. Yeah, I will check it. I think it is yours. Yeah. Yes. And Then we got the Finns Mid-War, which is actually just in print now and due back any day. That's in November, and also the next Soviet book for Team Yankee, and that one there is coming out in November. Now this is a copy of it here. There's been a lot. Sorry?
I've just popped the cover up for people to check out.
Oh, so people can see the actual cover. I want to talk about this one a little bit. I've got a Soviet friend of mine whose name I can't read because he writes in Soviet letters. So if you're on here, can you shout out? But he has a lot of commentary on T-80s and this sort of stuff and rate of fire and everything else, and he thinks that the T-80s are great tanks, and I think they are too. But he disagrees with some of Phil's ratings and opinions on them, and that's fair. But Wayne's been doing some research, and in the Moscow military district, there was a unit there that they only had second year conscripts, and they spent a lot of money with them, and they gave them extra ammo and extra training and everything else. So Wayne has fitted that unit into the book as well. So you have a more elite, more veteran, more skilled Soviet unit in here to pick out as well. So it's been a common thread with the Soviets that we don't treat them well, which is wrong. Which is I have to say just wrong. We have a huge amount of respect for the Soviet Union.
Well, given the number of Soviet armies I have in my bookshelf, which is just off camera over there, then yeah, I wouldn't have them if I didn't think they were awesome.
Yeah, no, we have and Casey who plays nothing else, and so we have I know it's people's opinions, but we have and this will be a very interesting unit, I think, and people will find this interesting unit. Will the SS book be released in time for August in Game Time Miniatures? I hope so. Yes, it's going to be close. What are the T-80 ratings? The T-80's got a front of 20, side of 10, and it's got a 125mm gun, and also the optional sniper missile. So that's your basic T-80. So moving on, after the Soviet World War III book will be the German Bagration book, and that's now moved. That's later than we hoped for, and that's going to be in January 2021. So that's the current book plan. We're going to update the journey, and you'll see that within hopefully this week on our website. Is the plan for this Wednesday night's update. Carrying on the questions.
Sorry, I'll just jump in for 1 second. For those of you that haven't sort of seen or heard about the journey, that's kind of the fundamental document that underpins what we're doing through Late War. That basically spells out what we're doing, where we're going, when the books were planned to come out, what order they'll come out. Updating that's obviously a priority, not just because of the changes after COVID, but also because the journey had a lot of detail for our first year, which we've now completed. So it's a great opportunity for us to kind of share some insight and thoughts about what you're going to see over the next 12 months. For the Big Four, can't miss a plug there. It also, that's the basis for what we're going to be painting and hobbying over the next 12 months.
Von Indy asks here in the chat, who's up for updates in Team Yankee next year once the Soviets are out? After the Soviets, we're going to be redoing the Germans, and then the Warsaw Pact, and then hopefully we'll be heading into Africa and do some bush wars. Those are the ones after that. We also intend to redo another Europe, a free nation. Yes, there will be another update. The plan is, we can't finish Team Yankee without the S tank, so that will definitely at some stage be there. So, Plastic Centurions, I don't see any reason why we wouldn't do Plastic Centurions. So why 3 books for the Germans and just 1 for the US Army? You're talking about World War II, Rebrook. Well, the Germans were everywhere. They are the most collected army in World War II. But the Americans will get another book in the bulge. We will be having plastic jumbos, easy 8s, all that sort of stuff. Checkpoint Charlie, yes, there will be a Checkpoint Charlie book at some stage. Yes, that's in here as well. It's in here for late next year. Yep, plastic jumbos and easy 8s, yeah, definitely, and with the bulge book with the Americans, yes. So the Americans will get more books. They are coming. Is there any chance of VE Sebastian Stotz? Sorry if I've screwed people's names up. Stottinger. Is there any chance to read a +1 book like Operation Unthinkable, Centurions, Pershings, IS-3s? Yes. I particularly, we're very excited with our relationship with World of Tanks, and of course that will then help fund a lot more plastic kits and a lot more plastic that we all want to see happen, including all those things. Stefan T. Jones, any chance of getting snipers to late war formations? The answer to that, sorry, Stefan, I know you'd like me to say yes, but the answer is simply put no. We don't see it as part of the late war situation. I'm not going to dwell on it. I think Phil can probably answer that one more, but it is just not somewhere we're going to be going. Updated book schedule. Yes, so the SS book, Daniel Zubrock, I know people are frustrated with the way things have been going. Oh, hi, Adam. He's there. I know people are frustrated that things have been delayed, but I think we're just part of that global situation. So I appreciate people's patience, even though wargamers aren't very patient.
We are a see what must have now kind of group.
Yes. Yeah, me included, yes. John Purnell, it's a nice as hard plastic stuff. There's a really interesting metal infantry in the back catalogue. Can we ever expect to see them come back even over special order? Yes, I think it's something that we want to do, and we will be. That is something once the factories are back, we're fully up and running and everything. It is something that for the special order catalogue, that is something we're going to work on, even maybe a special little site or something rather for it. Yep. So World of Tanks is a very exciting thing. Basically, prime tanks ready to go in a box. I think it will do a lot for the wargaming World War II hobby, and from there flow into other things. Where Checkpoint Charlie release, we've answered that one. Andy Thompson. Will the non-Soviet war pact? Yes, we're going to do a Warsaw Pact book. Yes. Yeah, Free Nations will get an upgrade. Can we expect? Yes. Thomas Grava. When can we expect the late war version of German tanks? Panther G. Yes, that of course will come back. Panzer 4L70 and the Tiger 2. They're both, the Panzer 4L70 in plastic will be in the Bagration book. And then, of course, the Tiger 2 will be in the Bulge book. So those plastics will be coming all there. And I think the Tiger 2 tank will also have a Jag Tiger art to the sprue as well.
That's the plan, yep.
What other plastics we're coming with Bagration? Bagration is exciting, actually, because we've got the Whirlwind coming in plastic. It's a... yeah,
so that'll be a combination of Whirlwind and the Ostwind. So you'll be able to build either. What else have we got in there for plastics? We've got the Hetzer coming, obviously. There's a favourite tank of someone on this stream.
Yeah, Hetzer, Marder and Marder will be coming out as well. So interesting plastics for the Germans. So heading into that AA. The Soviets are getting the ZSU.
Yep.
SU-76, and the BA is the
BA-64. Yep.
64, yep.
So for those of you that aren't Soviet players, the ZSU is also known as the M15, or well, it's technically the M16 MGMC, but the kit will make the M15, the M16. So great for late war American players as well.
Okay, there's a few questions down the blog here. Japanese, yes, we will be going to the Eastern Front. It's not in there. We haven't got our thinking around there yet, but we have not forgotten the Pacific War. Will there be more 21st Panzer style of booklets? We certainly hope so, yes. That is the plan. I'm going down here. Is Germany 1945 going to Halo Fan 2222? Is Germany 1945 going to be folded into the Bulge books? No, it's going to have its own book. Berlin will have its own book. Tunguska is in the new Soviet book. Yes, the Tunguska will be in the new Soviet book. Is the BA-64 going to be reactivated to mid-war? I don't see any reason why not. Any chance of late war Italy? Yes, we will be doing, there's some work being done on Italy. Yes. So, plastic British Commonwealth with challenges. Yes, there will be a British book coming out
as part of the Bulge series.
As part of the Bulge release, and the challenges will be done in plastic. Yes, is the answer. Do you think this Leclerc tank won't go away, will it?
No, I'd take some plastic Leclercs to support my AMXs any day of the week.
Yeah. Sweden, definitely, yes, we're going to do the air stand again. Let me carry on. I've got 5 pages of questions. I'm almost through one. So let me carry on here. Get to here, will appear for late war. Player submitted units. It is the plan. We have been slack with that, but we will be doing player submitted units. I'm getting blamed for that. I'm holding it up apparently. So yeah, they're on to me and they are chasing me. So player submitted units will be there. People are asking about the World War III starter box. Do you want to put that up?
Yep.
Picture up, Chris, please.
There we go.
If you got that up there, that's unfortunately is being delayed to late August. That will now be coming out late August, and it's because of the T-80 tank. It's one of the things that we've had issues with our mold makers, and they've managed to do a pretty good job of everything. With the T-80 has taken a lot longer than we wanted to, and that will be, so that box will be out for late August. It's a great box. It's a $50 US box with everything in there, same as Hit the Beach. So I think that'll be a good value for money. Bubba 09 Battlefront June miniature game. Please go wash your mouth out. Don't talk that stuff. Yes, that's a yes. It's based around the video game. That'll be the one to do. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the answer to that question there. Yes, yep. I'm on to page 2. I'm doing well. The Battle of the Bulge. Yeah. So the timeline for the Battle of the Bulge is the US Bulge book. So if we talk about, we've been down the Team Yankee thing a bit. We got the German Migration book in January. That's followed a couple of months later by the Axis Allies book with the Plastic Zerini, which is Wayne's already started working on. And that'll follow by the US Bulge book, the German Bulge book, and the British Bulge book. So that's that's where we're heading with that. So that's the kind of the list heading us up towards Berlin. So
yeah, there's a lot of content to put in there.
Yep, they're all scheduled for next year. In the beginning, okay. Will there be plastic in for the Easy 80? Yes. Will there be Seymour? Okay, so Luke Shagrid Hasley's asking about land mattresses, legendary stag hounds, all those other things. Yes, they will be in. Yes, a lot of that stuff is coming in the upcoming books. But there'll be a lot more, as we go down the down the list. Some tentative dates for the Bulge books. The US Bulge will be May. I think probably about June next year. Is the US Bulge book was the first one, new version of Nuts, I suppose, if you'd want to call it. And then every couple of months after that, the books will flow. So on every 2 months. Does BF have any plans to periodically adjust points costs? Marshall Lambie. They're asking the hard questions here, Chris.
I know. They're taking it to you.
Yes, and the answer simply is no. The plan is not to change the points. I know tournament players would like it, but I think the chaos it would cause in the marketplace is our general consensus. I think would make that a difficult call. So the plan is not to do it. And when we've done it in the past, and the infamous sticker episode,
I've forgotten about that.
Yes, let's not. Yeah, that one hurt still. No, we caused more angst than we actually fixed, and I think that it is. Yeah, we're not going to be changing points. When's the next Lessons from the Front coming out? Rebrock, yes, it's sitting on my desk now. Authorize it maybe even this week. Okay. Okay. Supplements for Market Guard and Battle of the Sheld. Yes, they'll be covered in the Bulge books, is the plan for those. That's what Wayne's thinking is. Wayne might be able to voice in on that, but that's Brent DeVos's question. Chris Stewart, any chance of tying physical and virtual books together like GW? No, is the answer. Our website's very ancient. Part of this upcoming year is redoing our website and doing a lot of work on that. But I also have to say our books are pretty cheap as well. Our books are coming in at $20. And I think that's fair. And although it would be nice to, if people have bought the book, to get a digital thing as well, we haven't got the systems for it, I'm afraid. Yag Panthers, yes, they're coming. Yes, Yag Panthers, we all want Yag Panthers. Will the SS Tigers be trained aggressive with the old? No, the SS book is all aggressive. So I hit on 3 pluses except for the Tigers, which are veterans. That ties in with how we feel the SS operated in Normandy, and that's where we're there. Just take pictures. Hang on a second. Sorry. What new plastics coming in? By the way, it's possible to get some more details on the announcements made on the previous screen. about books for competitive players. Yes, that's something that hasn't progressed with the COVID thing. That's something that hasn't progressed at all. But it is still, if we are going to do anything with the points, it would be on the basis of competitive players book. So that is, but unfortunately, because of everything else, it hasn't progressed. Will there be a return of Kuberwagon, Swordwagons? Yeah, maybe in the reconnaissance troops. I'm not sure. At the moment, we've got that lovely 250, Go Boston 250s. I put them together myself. They're a lovely kit. Yugoslavia, yes or no? It may be in the Warsaw Pact book.
I've been voting in favour for it because I want their anti-aircraft piece for something else. But that's hardly a reason to do it in itself, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay, let me carry on here. Emilio. Team Yankee. So timetables. Command cards. Christian Erickson. Soviet American release dates for Team Yankee. Command cards for Team Yankee. No, there's not really any plans for command cards for Team Yankee at the moment. New rebalanced editions of Fogs of War cards. They weren't really designed to be competitive. We do want to do more Aces campaigns, and here's a chance to kind of now go a little bit off topic and say, we are going to be, there's another Aces campaign coming out for Bagration, and there's also this great product here too, the River Assault. This is the third part of our cardboard, and it's plenty thick too, a lot of cardboard in there. This is the third part of our cardboard releases to play all those interesting games of not your day-to-day one-on-one free-for-all games. It's for those scenarios, those special games you want to play. Yesterday was a great day to get the old D-Day set out and play a game, because we all know what yesterday was. And the Bocard set's great as well, and they fit in a small box and they file away well. And if you want to do a River Assault, this is another great one to do it. It's got the rafts in there, the bunkers, the whole river map that folds out, bridges.
We have something we call a File Master box, which is a box about this size, which is great. We use them around the studio a lot for holding our personal armies. The whole theory with the cardboard range is that you can fit an entire table's worth of terrain just in that little box there. It goes on your shelf once, twice, 3 times a year when you want to play a game. You can pull that box out and go. You don't have to worry about bunkers or beaches or anything like that. You can just have a few of these boxes on the shelf and away you go.
And yesterday, we all know, would have been a good day to get the old D-Day pack out. And that's what these things are for. Not for, you're going to play lots of these games once a year. I love playing a D-Day game once a year at this time of year when it's winter here in New Zealand, and on the 6th of June on that weekend, and get that one out. But so these are, I have to say, these are, and we're going to keep doing these because we want to be able to play the whole war, not just competitive games. And competitive games are good, and throwdown games are great. They're all great part of the hobby, but also all those other things that happen in World War II that you can't play in a throwdown game. So the other thing, the Soviet Bagration book is this. She's coming out, and we're looking at army. Somebody mentioned army deals there, and 100-point armies. She's got 2 army deals in there. This book has. It's got the heavy assault group with lots of different things in there for an army, and it's also got a box with 21 T-34s in there, which we're going to do for a cheap price. So when this is all over, you come into Canada. Yeah, it should be the June movie. Be good to watch. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. So yeah, 20. Yeah, I do think that it will. Yeah, there's some great T-34 armies coming out with the Soviet Bagration book as well as the regular army. So it's a good time to finally do that massive, that lunatic Soviet army that Casey does all the time. Yes. let me carry on. Will we get Trog, sorry. Will we get new plastic infantry and new plastic A10s? I'm going to trying to build a massive. Yes, we are going to get the new plastic M10. We've done a deal with the model company. Which one do we do a deal with for the A10, Chris?
Academy.
So we are packing their plastic A10s. They're actually. Those are not quite in market yet, are they?
No, not yet. They'll be coming out as part of the book releases. So,
yep. So then the A10 plastic is, as you all know, all our plastics are slowly heading to thermoplastic
for our infantry.
Yeah. So that will be the thing there. We're getting great results on that. We've got 2 machines up and running now, and on that full time, running around the clock to get the SS done. They're doing the SS troops as we speak now. So, to get them out for the sea freights for time. What SS divisions are featured in the August book Elise Force? Maybe Wayne, you can answer that one there.
Test Wayne's memory.
Yes, I understand that people do. Some of us older people do like the metal infantry, and I'm with you on there. But the thermoplastic is the CO cast. We are going away from the soft plastic. Hard plastic is very inflexible, for making ranges and doing anything bar the basics.
Yeah, it has an exceptionally long lead time, very high cost, and is generally difficult if we want to add small extras to the range. The thermoplastic we've been using recently gives us a lot of flexibility whilst maintaining a quality plastic product.
All our guys, we got some fussy guys here in the studio, and they all like the thermoplastic stuff, and I think it's going to be replacing metal. Tom did do it. I think slowly. I'm not sure yet with the American infantry yet, but we've got 2 machines up and running. We're trying to get another machine. We are working on it. Okay, hang on a second. Let me carry on with my questions here.
Thank you to everyone that put a question on Facebook, by the way. There was a good number, so...
5 pages. It looks like 8 point. Would you consider making more 100-point balanced army sets? Yes, we are going to do that. All books will have that. The M19s have been... Are there plans to do the same for the 2S3? Difficult one. The M109 was used by everyone.
Carnations are popular, but M109s are iconic. I think is probably a good way of putting it.
Yeah, they were used a lot more, so I'm afraid not. Tunguska and TOS one will be plastic or resin metal? Resin metal.
Yeah.
They don't warrant plastic kits, I'm sorry. Is there a set time frame anymore since M1A1 HCs and labs and the time frame was never really set. A lot of people talked about this, and the idea is that things were just crammed together, and we're just going to do cool stuff. And that's what Team Yankee's about. And if you want to play the time frame, you play it. No one's stopping you. It's your hobby.
I think the book gave us a great jumping off point, a great place to start World War III and give us a reason and an excuse and all that sort of context. But now it's growing, and you guys keep saying to us, give us X, give us Y, and we want those things too.
Somebody's asking about the new West German book. I'd say about March next year. Yeah, listen, we get a lot of outcries. We've got people looking for the Leclerc. I won't try to pronounce that again. Tank, and there's people saying you can't go past the M60 because, and so we're torn and tossed between everyone, and it's just a matter of we will make the kits, we will put the books out there, rules. We own all that. I understand that, but it's your hobby. You do what you like with it. is our philosophy. You guys own the hobby. It's your hobby. It's not ours. We just own the bits and pieces that we want to make and sell to you, and hopefully you'll like them. Some of them, and buy some of them, and hopefully that'll keep working. But the hobby is yours, and you guys got to do what you like with it, and hopefully we give you plenty of toys that you like. Any new nations for V2 and Team Yankee? Sweden, definitely, and I'm sure there'll be some others that will come there. Wayne's produced some lists for Norwegians and Danes, I see, on my desk. So yes, flat panzers, yes, I agree. Bathtub panzers, yeah. So yes, there is some more stuff coming, and I do think you will see more of that, yes. What's the new Soviet Team Yankee status? It contained what Chris has already put up that picture, but yep, and that's, like I said, late August. Hang on. Yeah, I like this guy, Gary Willerton. This guy from the Own Soul. Why are we having to wait so long for the new American stuff? I'm not getting any younger. I'm with you, and I think it is. Some of the stuff is out ready. Like I have got a Bagration book here. It's printed. Why does I've got the Team Yankee American book. It's coming out early July. But we've also got to give the shops a chance to catch up too. We've got to give stuff a chance to get up and running. And to me, that's it's critical our retailers are strong and survive. And I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again: when you're free, when your retailer's open. Obviously stay safe, but go visit your local retailer. Even if you don't like the guy that much, go visit him. We need him out there. We need them out there, and that's why, yes, I feel for Gary. None of us are getting any younger, but it is about the retailer. Command Cast Team Yankee, we've answered. Limited edition, Bob Anderson. Any chance of opening up the vault and allowing some sale of the limited edition objective markers? Yes, that's something we will certainly look down. Yep. I know SciBite, the shops in England another week away from opening, another week and a half away from opening, I think. Yes, so yeah. ISU leaks from the Bagration, please. Chris, have you got that handy?
I don't have any. Well, the best I can do is you'll have to settle for a bit of a camera action, but I'll look for that.
While he's answering that, the limited edition objective markers, yes, we will be revisiting them as part of that sort of thing.
Hopefully my camera is not flipping it. If it is, then you'll just need to... Oh, there's points. Better scooch across those quickly.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, I love the Warsaw pack. I wish there was more to them than inferior Soviet equipment. Bob Anderson asks, why don't we get the better equipment, the Warsaw pack? I think you got to blame Stalin for that, not us, Bob. That's it is what it is. The A10 kit includes the US book, definitely. The US book's not going to be there without a plastic A10. My Soviet friend with the unpronounceable Cyrillic name. More information on the Soviet book and the Soviet recruitment may indicate at least a month of release. Checkpoint Charlie, yes, all that is coming. Yes, Checkpoint Charlie is coming. Yes, it's in Russian, yes. I don't know what the name is, though. Yes. That stuff will be definitely, it's all coming. And Checkpoint Charlie, which will be adding to the Vietnam Arab-Israeli War period, is something bringing the 70s back to 70s in Europe back to the Nam and Arab-Israeli War, I think will be very very popular. Repeat my question. Having plans to reintroduce female heroes of Flames of War and highlighted them in Team Yankee lore. Alan the Moderate. That's a good idea, Alan. I don't know how that's a interesting idea. The Lav AD will be resin. Is that correct, Chris?
It's a resin and plastic. So you've got the plastic Lav hull and then some resin pieces to add to it.
Yeah, Grenadier, Checkpoint Charlie bring new books for NAM and Fate of Nation. That is absolutely what they will do. Early War, Flames of War, yes, that will happen. I think it'll be released similar, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, similar to the smaller style books like we have for Great War and for Arab Israel and for Fate of a Nation, is they will be they'll be done like that. But yes, the early war will be brought back. 5-star campaigns, no one said that at all. No plastic support for early war. I didn't say that. We will get there across the plastic schedule. And again, I think one of the big helps here, if I was to do the budgets for a Panzer II or some French tanks, the numbers would just don't work. But with World of Tanks, that suddenly opens up the numbers. Remember, it's a lot of money to do another mold. Every mold costs a lot of money. We've got millions and millions of dollars invested in plastic molds. Yep, plastic 221s, 222s, yep. And we want to do them in plastic because they're better. But we're going to have to, we can't do, it's got to be economical. And that's, yeah, otherwise we're not going to be around. So it's about doing it an economical way. And that's where World of Tanks really will help, I think, because it's using that mold again and again. How do you think the collaboration with World of Tanks will change or enhance the range? It will absolutely enhance the range. It will sell. I think it will do two things for us. I think it'll bring new people into the hobby because the World of Tanks in the box they're pre-assembled and undercoated basically, and varnished, so they're ready to go straight out of the box. It's quite different to what you and me and all of us here know as a wargaming hobby. It's it's similar to the Star Wars game and other things out there you've seen in the hobby stores. So, and that I think will bring people to the hobby. They'll play that. Hopefully that will then, some of them will move across to Flames of War, World War III or whatever, World War II, whatever it is. Hopefully that will gain some of them. And the other side of the coin is it makes us make a lot of tanks that we would not warrant. That's not that without a World of Tanks. Yeah, so absolutely. Are the World of Tanks models basically pre-assembled, pre-primed versions of the current models? Yes, absolutely. They're not new stocks. We use the same plastics, bro. The team at Malaysia put it together, and yes, World of Tanks. I played it quite a bit. I don't. The digital, the online version, I have got an account and I have got a Matilda with a Challenger turret on it, but I'm not very good. But I felt a lot better when I saw Casey play. Casey Children, watched him play, and I felt much better after that. But watching Chris play or Rob in our office or a couple of the other guys, Victor in our office, then it's I'm a noob. Yeah. North Korean T-34 Horde. Yeah, yes, I think that's, not right, yes. But anyway. Better question, pack players, why no HIP? The HIP was one of those kits that just doesn't warrant doing it. We have done it in resin, in 1/100 scale, the HIP and the Chinook. And we will do a few more of those things. They're not cheap. Unfortunately, they're not cheap.
Yeah, they are big resin models.
Yeah, so they're for the guys who really want it. They're beautiful models. They are. I've got one of each in my cabinet at work. They're great models, but they're not for that. Mac to Puss, another You guys asked the hard questions. No, that's the new Hind. Yes, that's. I'm not sure about that one. The No Dice, No Glory article about digital tabletop games and tabletop simulator. Obviously, at this times now, people should get the games and they can get in. We're not going to stop anyone doing anything. Um, Obviously, we don't sell miniatures or anything for it. Tabletop simulator, we're not going to. We use it for testing board games. I'll be honest. We use private parts of it for testing for board game play testing. But yeah, unboxing of the Bocage Country Mission Terrain Pack. Haven't we done that?
Yep, there's a video up that's on both on the Launch.Battlefront website, and I'm pretty sure, and also there's an unboxing article. I think Alex ran out of time to do an unboxing video, but we can always get him in front of the camera to knock one of those out for you guys.
I think we should do that. I think it's a good idea.
Yep.
Make it happen, please.
I'll write that one down now.
Would there be a card pack for World of Tanks so flames can play with their collection they want? Ezekiel 101, that's a good question. The answer is because of the license restraints, no, I'm afraid. And that's again about licenses and everything else. What's the chance of seeing prototypes like the mouse? TOG? Yes, definitely. That's how those things can happen. Listen, no one's going to have more than 2 mouses in a Flames of War army, which means you have to kill a zillion to make the plastic mold world. World of Tanks, a different kettle of fish. So yes, that's the answer to that one there. Can I take just a little bit of a sideline and have a shout out to Eddie Chi? If you're on here from Singapore, it's early. It's like 4:30 in the morning in Singapore. But Eddie Chi and his videos on YouTube, where he does his funny videos. He did the recent one on the Apache. Grab him if you can. And the other support guys, No Dice, No Glory, and Breakthrough Assault, and our New Zealand guys as well. They're great here. Yeah, get an instruction on how to set up the bog guards. Yeah, maybe a couple of table setups and stuff would be a good idea, Chris. Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, the Apache, yes. So, yeah, support these guys and stuff. They're great guys, and they are great bits. PC Sidebite, yeah. Let me carry on with some of my questions here. I'm checking away from World War II US Marines. Yeah, the Pacific War, I don't know if you're on earlier, it won't be forgotten. We will do it. Yeah. So it will come. No dice table. Hi, Tom. Yep. Alan the Moderate, yeah? Maybe you should. Yep. What are going to be like Heroes? Heroes is an interesting one. I'm not sure how we're going to deal with that. Again, that book's not written yet. You're saying it wrong. It's the Apache. Yes. Yeah. Very good. Yes. Yes. Question you're going to make of me, I need to all be in the main game. No. Pacific War will be in the main game. Will be part of the main game. The early war bit of it will be early war, and then the mid-war bit will be mid-war. Same as we make now, the mid-war, like the Finn's book just coming out soon. There'll be a mid-war bit for it, which will be a small booklet, but the late war bit will be part of the late war. Let me carry on with the questions here.
So many questions.
I'm on my last page, actually. I think we kind of answer as we go.
Someone's just asked in the chat, do we still have all of our molds for our old V3 stuff? Generally speaking, yes. Molds do wear out. It's just the nature of the thing. It's not a forever item, but we have a lot of them. Malaysia's focused right now on getting the core items for V4 back up to stock. The last couple of months has obviously taken a lot of stock out of our warehouses and out of retailers' shops. So our focus is to punch as much of that product back into retailers' hands as we can. I think that's the best way to help them keep their doors open, is make sure they have full shelves of stock for you guys to go in and buy.
195. We're just doing some more recruitment in Malaysia. Got 195 staff there working at the moment. And it's flat out just past Ramadan, so they're working overtime now. And we're trying to get ahead. Any news on the June War Vandals teased at UK Open Day? This June thing won't go away, will it?
No.
No, there is no news on it. But there's a lot of people who want to do it here, so just be patient with us. Somebody is asking about the mid-war. One of the books on mid-war we put up on Forces, Chris.
Yeah, yep.
British.
I've answered that one in the chat.
Okay, you guys blame Chris for that.
It's on digital.
What is it on the digital? Is it? I thought
it's on digital. It's just a couple of days behind on Forces.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it is just a question how many guys I'm doing on customer support. I submitted a ticket a few weeks ago. I'm still wondering whether I should put another in. Yeah, put another in, Alan. If not,
you can always message the Battlefront Miniatures account here right now, and I can pass that along if you haven't heard anything.
Yeah. I think generally speaking, we were okay with our customer services. Generally, I think okay. But I want to hear if there's issues. We want to hear about it, and we want to support the hobby and our customers. So yes, if there's issues, we're there to resolve it. No, and blame's not. Yeah, listen, customer service is a core part of our business, and we treat it importantly. Doesn't mean we're 100% right, and I'd like to be 100%, but no business is. West German airborne troops with helos. Yeah, that's Chris. Sorry, Wayne, are you hearing that? Yeah, so yes, I hear that. Jacob Karash, will you add new models for oil war nations? Israelis 2.0, yes. Yeah, I think we would do. Whether this is true, this could be a sale on. Okay, so yeah, I think we've answered most of the questions. What else have we got here, guys? Any chart? Second camp formation become official for the Aussies.
That's the LAV formation, isn't it, guys? Just someone will be able to jog our memories on that front. Yes, no, maybe, we'll see. Yes, there we go. That was created at the request of some of our Australian players. Well, created in conjunction with as well. Don't know is the short answer for that one. It's out there if you want to give it a go, though. Ask your tournament organizer.
Potatoes 953. Is there any plans for more starter boxes like Flames War that hit the beach? Yes, there's the World War III one coming out, and we are going to do a new hit the beach as well. Which will bring it up to speed. We haven't designed it yet, but the intention is to make another hit the beach. And it's about getting people into the hobby and stuff. Yes, and that's the important bit, and we understand that. Yeah. Colours of War paint set dates. Again, it is an issue. They are out there, but they're not very well distributed because we don't distribute them. So they don't come out of our warehouses. So the uptake from the distributors, the big like Alliance and big distributors, has not been good because they don't take a lot of Flames of War stuff. So because we distribute that directly to the shops ourselves. But here again, World of Tanks will come to the rescue. We're renaming those. Yeah, if we do redo with World of Tanks, then they will get out more under that heading because that's more a distributor. World of Tanks Modern will be following. I think they're heading that way, and if they head that way, well, then we won't be far.
You can get Centurions and T-55, T-62s. You can get a semi Chieftain. It's not quite a Chieftain, but it's pretty close in the game. So it'd be great to integrate some of those in via World of Tanks.
Any new Battlefield in the box scenery? Yes. Bagration's got a few more things coming out of it. Got some lovely, brand new, very nice Soviet-looking haystacks. They're very cool looking, and we've got another. What else we got coming out for Bagration?
We've got the tree rows, which
Yes, yep.
I'm actually super excited about those. Forests obviously are a great part of the game, but rows of trees and the ability to just slap some of those down without having to build them myself, pretty keen on.
Yep. XL 101 timeline of World War III starter set. Yeah, I think you mentioned this earlier, and you might not have been on. So it's late August. The issues with the T80. I have elected one in World of Tanks. Very cool.
Yes.
So hopefully, hopefully have a world. And yes. Are there any plans for ruined city buildings? Yes. Potatoes 953. Yes, the original Stalingrad set, which fell over on us with the mold makers, is now out, and that will be released. And in the Bagration Soviet book is a section in there on city fighting. We've redone it. Wayne's redone it, and those plastics, the plastic ruined city building, the big 3-story, 4-story buildings, they're coming out again.
So they'll be out in about September or October.
Yes. Individual purchase tanks like Tiger. Yes, I saw on somebody that somebody couldn't buy an individual. I can't remember. The MLRS I saw on Facebook that someone needed an extra one for their thing. So yes, all our plastic sprues will, and again, it's about catching up. Will go on individual sale.
Plus, World of Tanks will also kind of help that as well, because some of those tanks you'll be able to pick up as singles quite easily.
Well, one of them wasn't, as I understand on Facebook on the weekend, one of them wasn't on the, one of them wasn't in our list at the MLRS.
Some of our most recent plastics haven't come out yet as individual sprues, but
so we need to do. Yeah. I'm looking at getting a bunch of stuff for Team Yankee Prime League, but it seems everywhere is sold out. Cat Tonic 44. Yes, we are getting there, and again. I don't want to be. I'm not going to be a complainer. And Battlefront's in a much better position than a lot of other companies out there. And there's people I know losing their jobs, and I think we all know someone losing their job and stuff. So Battlefront, we've been lucky and blessed a bit that we've got a strong customer base and a good team of guys. But it hasn't been easy. KL was closed for 7 and a bit weeks. They told us Friday night that you can start work again on that Monday, at the ring the staff on the weekends and stuff. It hasn't been, but we are catching up the best we can. I have Grenadier Games B. You hit the beach. We haven't really got the answer for that yet. Will the Axis miners see plastic releases? Yes, you will. You're going to see a Zerini. And everything will eventually be coming out in our thermoplastic. So yes, I think everything you're going to be seeing. And again, with World of Tanks, again, I'm harping on, a lot more stuff is going to be coming out with it. Is the Hit the Beach not the one with the current one's got the V1 rocket in it, but we'll be looking at doing a new one for the Eastern Front is what we're thinking. World War III box set with the US and Soviets. Yes, you have missed it. It's end of August. Modern French. We've done the French.
Yeah, it's the Leclerc once again. Super modern French.
Yes. Get Romanian cavalry. No. Shaffies are due to be made in plastic for the Bulge book.
Yep.
So the Shaffies will be coming out in the Bulge book. Sorry if I'm missing questions, guys. A10 is definitely coming out in plastic. It is there. Mirage, if we can find a plastic kit maker for it, we will do that. Plastic sextants, yes, the sextant's an interesting one. Evan's trying to convince me we should do that. It's a sextant and ram sprue is what he's looking at. So that's what Evan's a bit continuous about it. So yeah, sextant ram sprue. Sorry, the questions are flying by. Sorry if I miss you. If I missed you, it's not because I'm trying to. Battle of the Bulge is in the works. Yes. Plastic Hungarians are in these. Yes, everyone wants that logs on the side and all that. Yes, yes, yes. Fabled wild cards. The wild card question is yes, that's a good question, and for which I want to just talk a little bit about that. I think people then we get a bit, and I know everyone wants everything, and I think we should try to, as a company, react as best as we can for everyone. But just if we don't have an answer, it's probably because we just don't know. And that's what, people say, oh, well, what's your plan with this? We haven't got a plan for this yet, and we haven't got a plan for that yet. And wildcards was there. It was a good idea at the time. We got a list of wildcard ideas. The mid-war monster idea was definitely there in the original wildcard idea. But it just never developed. And, that's what, Battlefront is. Sometimes we just don't know. Plastic Stuka. Edward, it's a good idea. We have been contacting a lot of people. Not a lot of them can do it all for us. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's been interesting, actually. It's a side of the world we're not necessarily super familiar with, but the complexities of plastic kit makers who make planes and then don't make them again and can't make them again. So it's been fun trying to hunt some of these planes down.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a mission, and plastic they aren't quite as flexible as wargame companies. I can tell you that. There's been an interesting procedure. Gil 85 cardboard terrain options for World War III is one of the things we haven't done with the cardboard terrain options, and I think particularly with the Bagration, the river crossing one, is we should have made some World War III options for it. And that's something I was thinking about over the weekend, actually, and it's something we've missed, because obviously the Normandy terrain and the Bocage terrain is more. That's a long way away from where World War III would have happened, So, but the Bocage is certainly I think we should look at doing something for the World War III aspect of it, for the Bagration, the river crossing stuff. Black Friday sale, probably not. I think it's very important. There's some healing done for the retailers, and I think probably not. But maybe in those areas, NAM, Fate of a Nation, maybe something there, but certainly not in the main areas. Hella A10 marketed by Academy. Yes, that is, but they're the same sprue. But they're the same sprue. There's a lot of that crossover in the plastic industry. Warsaw uprising for D-Day. Big scenarios for the conversions. Not at the moment, but yes. Again, Team Yankee are asking questions. Sweden definitely. Free Bradleys for all those in the stream. Yes, no. This is not Pentagon Wars. River crossing rules would work. There's no reason. BF Wayne, there's no reason why there is. Wayne, there's no reason why it would work with that.
Just like the Bocage.
Future West German book. The Future West German book is something that Wayne's just working on now. It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to have the Leopard 2A5, I think, if I got it right,
That's
Chris?
Right. Yep, 2A5.
Yep, and the other one that we'd like to see rushed into production is the Marder 2. So those, I think, will be the plastics coming out with that book.
Just throwing up some pictures of Soviet stuff for the chat.
Okay, sorry, that's the Soviet stuff, is it?
That's just for the chat. Yep.
Yep, the T80. Yep, the T80 is going to be a great tank. Yeah, it's a lovely model. It's got to get it. What parts of the upcoming team are you most excited to see the community reactions to?
Ooh, that's an excellent question. I can't wait till people get Apaches on the table.
During the break, they sent me, because we weren't allowed back in the office, and they sent me here it was the best part of being locked at home. I got a little care package here with a Apache sprue in it and a Bradley sprue in it. And I tell you what, they're just gorgeous kits. And that Apache just looks mean. It's just, yeah. So I'm really excited about the new American book. I have to say, I'm adding to my Americans, and yeah, I think that Apache is a gorgeous kit. It's just a great looking thing. The T80s are great, yes. People writing like the battle sequences you have to look at. So what do you guys think about people writing lore for Team Yankee? No, if you're interested in writing stuff, please contact Wayne. And yeah, I'm interested, will there be captured tanks for the Soviets like in Red Bear? This is...
For Bagration, I'm pretty sure we've got some command cards coming for that. For World War III or Team Yankee, at the moment, no plans. World War III tends to be a little more explodey.
Yeah, Red Phoenix, we all want to see that, but the problem is that the North Koreans don't make a very... It is a problem with this.
Running as someone who... I took a Czechoslovakian army to a tournament last year for World War III, and it wasn't a large one, but at the same time it wasn't a small one. I think I finished 2 out of my 6 games over the course of the weekend, and I only had 2 companies of T-55s, 1 company of T-72s, and a pile of support. So it is an issue. Yeah. I do like the idea of East German looted tank companies. You sort of fast forward the timeline and have a united Germany fielding some T-55s.
Yeah, Partisan Formations Bagration book is a command card. Wayne, can you answer that one? That's I can't remember our command cards again. They were done pretty much before the lockdown, so my memory...
We're all having a bit of pre-lockdown amnesia, I think.
There's a kind of like this gap in the middle where time stopped, yes. Yes, it's kind of, yeah. Trailers for these Germans full of captured bananas. Yeah. Tabletop Simulator, yes, I've answered that. Yeah, we're kind of neutral on it. I want everyone to play games, obviously, and have fun during COVID, and it's good for mental health, and it's good for anything. Yeah.
I think you miss out. One of the things with TTS is you really miss out on aspects of the hobby. So it's a great chance for you to actually put some virtual models on the table and play some games. And I think that's great, especially if you're isolated, either because of COVID or just in general. But the hobby is sort of richer and more than just the playing games. There's the actual aspect of collecting and building and painting armies that's, I think, fundamental and one of the things that draws most of us to the hobby as well. And TTS can't take that into account, I guess.
Yeah, no, and I don't think it's everyone's cup of tea either. Virtually every British got command cards of D-Day with a Peter for Bulge, yes. World War III Soviet starter set, can you put it up again?
Yep.
It's there. It'll give you an idea. Have you mentioned the 2 minutes ago? Go away. And I think for all of us, I still, the highlight of my breakdown, the highlight of the lockdown for me was getting that Apache and the Bradley kit here in the mail. Here was like, it made a big difference to all of us, I think. Plans for the paint sets, Colours of War, everywhere sold out. Colours of War, we're just reprinting now. It is almost sold out. It's just about to go to a reprint. The paint sets, we're struggling. I have to say the paint sets is struggling because of this distribution. We don't distribute them. If we do, the margin is so low that it's quite difficult for us. Paints are a curse, but at the end of the day, you've got the Vallejo numbers, just buy the Vallejo paints. I'd love you to buy our paint sets because we make some money out of it, but just buy, carry on painting. Don't wait for the paint sets to show up. Just buy the Vallejo paints. Winter Germans, Americans of the Bulge, yes. Well, there will be, that is definitely on the horizon, yes, and we will be redoing some of those, yes. Yep. And Vallejo, I think, was generally a happy move. Army painted guys are lovely guys. And I think for miniature painting, 28mm, I think the paints are great. But for our tanks and stuff, they just didn't work very well. So Vallejo, yep, I think that's been a good move. D-Day Command Coast journey removing side skirts. Don't know. Yeah, Vallejo, yeah. Yeah. And Vallejo's just it's a great paint. But the Army painted guys have been great as well. They're great guys, the Army painted guys. They're nice big people. Well, I think, folks, we're an hour and a quarter here. I think we'll take last questions, please. Yeah, all our stuff is in Vallejo code, just below. Yes.
If you can name the Harkonnen heavy tank from the computer game, that'll speed it up for us. Come on, we'll challenge you for that. And while you're thinking about that, is it King and Jello, the Buratino? Yeah. It's the plastic T-72 with, ideally it's going to be a resin top. With the guys in KL are just figuring out the logistics of that at the moment.
Metal stowage for special, yes, that is definitely on the list. Strelkavoya, that is definitely coming. Yes.
Yep. One of the things we have been talking about is if we can also do those in the thermoplastic as well, just to keep the weight down for plastic players.
Is that it, Chris? Chris, how many hours have you played on that game, Chris?
I used to sell it 25 years ago in a retail store where I used to work. Many. Yes.
Devastator. Yep. Which one? Who nice already did?
Bubba 09, that's what my memory is too.
British 5.5-inch artillery. No one's got the really big artillery now. It is in discussion here. So it has been in the discussion here. African bush wars, definitely the Battle of Lomba River. So that would definitely be my one. That's definitely where my head is heading with it. Although I'm sure people will want technicals as well. Hinds and Black Hawks. Yeah, well, the Black Hawks are a different one. I know a lot of people want them, and please be on time with the next US Bulge book. Yes, we'll try our best. Yes, we want to sell stuff. It is true. Don't get me wrong. What led the decision to set up production in Malaysia as opposed to China? I started my life in the seafood industry. There was a lot of factories in China. No one wanted to go work there. Where the factories were in China, there was massive problems with where they were. I knew some people from Malaysia, and one of them had business associates there. We went and visited there at something. And there was an old saying in the fishing industry where don't send your crew where you wouldn't go yourself. And I went there, and there's some of those places in the back end of China I wouldn't want to live. And so we went to Malaysia, and KL is some place I could live. I could stay there, so we made the decision to go there. It wasn't as cheap as China, but that wasn't a thing. And we sent Jeff there. Now Jeff was a redneck, I would say, but he's fitted in and married and everything, loves it there. Wouldn't move away from there, got a family there. And we send people backwards and forwards, and I'm happy to go there and stay there for a week at a time and enjoy them and love their food, the environment, and everything else. So yeah, Malaysia, it's under English law. It has English law. English is probably the main language there, other than Malay, of course, with the local string. But anywhere in business or anything, English is the main language, and it's a nice place to be. So it was a big decision. China was never a choice for us. It was. Okay, what else? What questions we got here? Update for the T-72s. Yes, I hear you. When can I buy the 21 times T-34 pack in the T-34s in the UK? I'm not sure. That book will be great, and that will come out in September. That will be September. Could be a Soviet invasion of Kaido. Yeah, no, maybe not. Well, folks, thank you very much for coming on. What's the price point for the T34 pack? I think it's a.
I'm pretty sure it's 100 US.
Yeah, 100 US boxes they are. Yeah, so just under $5 a box. $5 a tanks. Starter box of the fins? No, sorry. Thanks, guys. It's good. Thanks all, and we'll do this again soon. The big four will be on next week or the week after. I'm not sure when, Chris.
Yeah, we've actually been discussing whether or not we can move, because just for logistics reasons for streaming, despite my microphone issues at the start, streaming from home is currently technically easier. We're discussing whether or not we can start doing some hobby stuff at work, but yes, there will be another Big Four hobby chat coming soon.
Okay, so yeah, and that's all good. Listen, folks, thank you very, very much. Stay safe. Again, I'm going to take a final pitch for the retailers out there. Go support your retailers. Without them, our hobby will be a lot poorer. Thank you all for tuning in, and have a great week. And stay safe. Thanks all.